Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Envy and today we're watching something different. Now the show we're starting with today was not only was it not in my list for the YouTube polls, but it wasn't even in the list of anime that I wanted to watch. Right? This show is something that I'm actually familiar with. And it's also a bit of a challenge to me, to myself, right? So welcome to Solo Leveling, episode 1, right? Okay. So we're gonna do like a short story time. So if you want to skip that, you can skip ahead by a few minutes, right? So to explain things, right? We're doing a series that I've temporarily dubbed Try Not to Be a Hater because see, Solo Leveling is, like I said, I'm familiar with it because I did read the manhwa. I didn't finish it, but it's been quite a while. I did read the manhwa. I don't remember most of it. The only thing I remember is that I like the art. I really like the art. And I can't think of anything else that I liked, right? So it's funny, right? So the reason why it's a challenge to me is because I've somewhat like grown to be a hater when it comes to solo leveling, but I realize I don't even remember most of the story. And yet I have gotten into arguments with people over why it sucks. Now, I feel like this might have something to do with the fact that I read Solo Leveling. I don't remember how much I read it. I dropped it and then I immediately started reading Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which I liked a lot more, right? So I feel like that might have actually influenced my negative feelings towards Solo Leveling. So I figured this might be interesting, right? Because the challenge here is gonna be for me to actually see if I can grow to like this series, but also to see maybe not. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like it. Okay, I'm gonna try to go into this with an open mind, but I'm gonna try my best to watch the whole thing and just discover things that I do like about the show, about the story, about characters, right? Because I'm sure there is something because I know so many people personally that love this story and love this show, and they love watching it and reading it. So I'm just like, surely there are going to be things that I can appreciate about it, right? I don't remember so much of it, so I just want to see if my dislike for it was actually valid or not, right? So we're gonna see how it goes. I just thought this was interesting and it was something I really wanted to do because I don't want to be a hater for no reason, right? I want to watch the whole thing and then see if I still absolutely maybe hate is a strong word, but if I still dislike it, right? That's all. But I will go into this with an open mind and try to be as unbiased as ever, even though I've been claiming to absolutely hate Sung what was his name? Sung Jin Woo, right? For like the past few years. Yeah, I've been a hater, but now we're finally gonna see if that hatred actually has some substance behind it or not. Right? I don't know how different the anime is gonna be from the manhwa. So I don't know. I know the manhwa had like amazing art, so that's something that it really had going for it. But we'll see. But we'll see. So yeah, that's it. That's the little story there. Not much of a story. It's just me being a hater and then realizing that I might have been a hater for maybe no reason. So we're gonna see how it goes. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with episode 1. 3 years ago. I don't remember this. Is this like something about insects? Leave this to the hunters. Alright. Are they gonna die? They look like they're gonna die. Red ants. I hate them too. You can just tell from the design that these characters were not designed to live for too long. We're too low ranked. Yeah. Ah. Healer? Mage? Healing magic. Okay, so it's like games. Now they have to leave. S ranks, yes. The S ranked healers. I think Were they the highest? They have to be. Or is it like, do they have like double S and triple S as well? Are we gonna manage though? Because I remember. Oh my god, is that the queen ant? Oh no, okay. These two have like interesting designs, so they might survive this. Also, I have to put an effort to be a little louder because my mic arm broke. So my mic is just literally on the table. Yeah, you know, I have no recollection of this scene. Nothing. Maybe it's like an original scene. Okay, my memory is really bad, so it's more likely that I just don't remember it. Okay, so there's more of the white ones. So maybe they're like slightly more elite ants. We should get started. Okay, they're doing really well. I think I might remember this guy. I think. They seem to be doing quite well. Okay, the white ones are here now. Over 10 years ago. Yeah. Magic piece. They were immune to guns like completely? Oh, that's so unfair to normal people. So is the magical power like completely RNG? Okay, yeah, now there's our protagonist. No amount of individual effort. Yeah. Okay, so this is 3 years later. I remember they have like raids and stuff for dungeons, right? They have food trucks and stuff at the places. Oh, I guess it pays well. Of course. I mean, they're risking their lives, so. No, he's not. The weakest hunter. Oh no, I've forgotten about this. I actually really like Sung Jin-woo at first. In the hospital. Was he really that bad? Well, they're talking really loudly. Yeah, he was right there. There's no way for them to get stronger. That's so unfair. They didn't. You should always have a healer with you. I mean, even if they're trying to be nice, it still comes across as kind of condescending. The treasure chests and stuff. Oh my god, he looks like Garp. Okay, so that's how they earn. By selling the resources. Essence stones. Got something? Oh, but he's bleeding, or is that his blood though? Oh, he got something. I hope no one snatches it from him. Oh, they look like those little, what were they called? Saiyamen from Dragon Ball Z? Sabermen. Well, I don't remember what they were called. Oh, that's... I don't remember this being so brutal. Okay, healer! Miss Healer. Oh, no. Holy shit, that's a lot of blood that he's losing. So does it also, like, recover the blood that they lose? Powerful weapons. Okay, this is like games, basically. Okay. In a different use. That's useful, actually. Clean energy source. Oh, that's actually a good idea. So they save the world from monsters and global warming. Oh, the healing is taking a while. Ouch. He probably needs the money. Right? I remember he's... Loot. Did you get anything? As much as we could. Oh, and they probably got more than him. How much is that worth? Is this they have a dungeon raid that goes bad, but I don't double dungeon. Is this the one? I can't remember if that was later. There's more loot. Being greedy might lead you to places you don't want to be in. And I think they only have one healer. What about Sang Jinwoo? Oh, he's the deciding vote. Oh no, the pressure. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They're gonna be in even more trouble if he dies. Oh, but he's the protagonist. But like, if it was anyone else. Okay, it's that guy. Okay, I remember her. She's like really strong, right? Mm. I really like her outfit. Run. Okay, so she's part of that guild. The Glasses Guys Guild. I love her boots. 40 minutes? That means getting out is gonna take a while. A boss fight. Are they prepared for it? I think she's probably mad. And how energy consuming is it? Or how draining is healing for her? Oh, she thinks he's cute. A meal is like the least he can do. But he also really needs money. He reminds me so much of Garp. It's really funny. You don't know about tongues. Like, where did they start appearing from? That's good advice. Oh, it also applies to these guys. Oh. Oh, I think this is gonna... Are they gonna start moving? Oh, those are so... Were they people once? I mean, they're all creepy. I feel like the loudest one is gonna die first. Ancient script. Carton temple. Revere God. Praise God. They should start running now. Can they run? Can they run? It's been watching us. So were they like instructions, right? But how do you revere God? Bro, he's gonna... Wasn't the last line something like, not gonna leave, won't leave alive? Holy shit, I don't remember this being so brutal, you guys. Yeah, this is when they realize they're cooked. Okay, stop panicking and figure out what to do. How does that happen? Is it like an anomaly? Also, is the biggest statue God? Oh my god, it actually moved. Oh my god. But he couldn't. Oh no. Is there like nothing else he could do? Yeah. Bro, laser eyes? I mean, nobody mentioned this. How would they know?
閉じ込められた。やられぬ。
No, but the commandments. But how do you follow them?
殺される。
Oh god. Is it gonna end? This is where it ends? Yeah, I know the song. Okay. Okay. So, I don't know why I'm a little surprised, but I actually enjoyed that. Yeah. So, I think I did enjoy solo leveling for quite a bit before I started disliking it. I don't know when that happened or why. Okay, so my mic arm just gave up in the middle, so we're just gonna be here with the mic, right? As I was saying, I don't know when that happened or why, and I don't know if we're gonna get to that point in season one, but we'll see. Regardless, I did enjoy this episode. So this was our introduction, our world building episode, right? We were introduced to So we started with ants, right? There was an island 3 years ago where there were like giant red ants, white ants, right? I guess that was sort of a raid that was going on. So that's where we were introduced to like sort of the types of hunters, right? I don't know how many types there are, but I do know there's like mages and healers, right? So we were introduced to them, and they mentioned like S rank hunters. So that's when we're introduced to like the class system, right? So that I think so far we know there's like S, A, B, C, D, E, right? And E is our protagonist, right? The so-called weakest hunter of mankind, Sang Jin-woo, who is an E rank hunter, right? Yeah, so I actually quite liked Sang Jin-woo at one point, or at least in the beginning. I remember I liked him as a character, and I still do like him as a character. He's interesting, right? So we meet in the raid against the ants. We meet Byung-gu, the who's a healer, and we're also introduced to Guildmaster Choi, who is, I think, is a mage, right? I'm guessing with the fire. So I don't know. I remember Guildmaster Choi. I think at least we know he's gonna be good. He did make an appearance later on in the episode, where they were recruiting hunters. Right. I guess they always need more. So what basically happened is that 10 years ago, random gates started appearing, linked to an alternate world. So is that like a whole other world, like a different planet, or is it like a parallel universe? How does it work? Right. But regardless, whatever that world is, it's filled with like random monsters. So as soon as the gates appear, linking that world to this one, the monsters obviously try to cross over. So that's when there where our hunters come in. Now, this I find very unfair. Is that apparently the magic power, I don't know, well, I don't know actually yet how it works, but it's seemingly like the hunters awaken with magical powers or magical energy, right? And no matter what you do, you cannot change that magical energy. So whatever you get, you live with that, right? Is it like RNG? If it's RNG, that's just so unfair. But also fair in a sense because no one can decide how much magical power you get, right? It's like no, I don't know, nepotism, or like it's not like even no matter how rich you are, you can't like buy magical energy. It's all like completely up to fate. So I guess in a way it's also fair, but I guess it feels unfair because our protagonist is like really weak. So we find out that, of course, since it's such a high risk job, hunting also pays really well, right? We see someone who's joined in because he'd given up hunting, but they're about to have a second kid. So this is the easiest and fastest way to make like instant money. So they are gonna grade a relatively low ranked dungeon, and which is why Sang Jin-woo is there, because he's only called in for those. Everyone is so condescending towards him. So later on, when he gets really strong, there's that factor that everyone used to look down on him, and now look at him, he's the strongest. So yes, well, that's if all of these people make it out alive. I don't know if they're going to. I know Sang Jin-woo, our protagonist, is going to make it out alive. I don't know about the rest. So we'll see. So we see that Sang Jin-woo became a hunter because his dad went missing, right? and his mom needs treatment for in the hospital, and his sister needs to go to college. So he's the sole provider at the moment, and this is the way to earn money the fastest. I don't know. He only got like one essence stone for now. I don't know if he's gonna get some random treasure after this, but he's got like one little essence stone, and I wonder how much that's gonna pay, because like literally so far he said he's only been able to afford like a little knife, right? So I'm guessing it doesn't pay very well. I want like proper numbers. So we're also introduced to Jui, our healer, right? She joins in the race. She knows Sung Jin Woo already, and I think she kind of likes him because she kind of low key hit on him later. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Well, they have to survive this first. So there's also Song Cheol, who's the leader of this particular raid, right? And he seems to be quite reliable because everyone's like, oh my god, he's here. He's got the most skills, so we'll be fine. Yeah, we saw how that went. But okay, it's not his fault, of course. So what happens is there's a double dungeon. Basically, they finish one dungeon, and they don't exit. They find like an entrance to another one, I guess, like an extension. So usually they're supposed to call in like higher ups, but everyone's like, there wasn't much loot in this one, and we need money, so understandable. There's a vote, and our poor Sang Jin Woo is the deciding vote, which is just so much pressure. I feel very, very bad for him. But yes, he decides to go in because he also really needs the money. Honestly, I get it. I get it. But it's also unfair to the people who didn't want to go in. Maybe but again, if they decided to, that only the ones who want to go in will go in and the ones who don't won't, it would have been even riskier. Well, it already ended up being super risky, but they didn't know that. Because they figured it's like, I can't remember if it was an E rank or a D rank dungeon, but it was a low rank dungeon, right? So they figured that it can't be that bad, which is, it's in any other situation that's logical, right? That's a logical conclusion. But anyway, we're also introduced to Chairman Go Gani, right? Who is the chairman of I guess a guild or a group, a hunters group, right? He had some good advice, right, to new recruits. He said, I can't remember the whole thing, but he's just like, he's like, don't be arrogant, be afraid. Like, that's the smart thing to do, which I think is good advice, right? So, because that's like, while he's speaking, it's like sort of a parallel situation with what's happening with these guys who decided to go into the second dungeon. So, he kind of also, adds to the world building where he explains essence stones and mana crystals, right? So essence stones, which Sang Jin Woo had in his hand, like the little thing, they're the resources. That's what hunters go. Well, they also go in to fight the monsters, but they also go in for the resources, the essence stones, which they loot and they sell, right? So there's that, and apparently high rank. I don't know if all essence stones can be turned into weapons, but he mentioned that essence stones from like really like difficult or high ranking bosses can be turned into powerful weapons. So is it just the high ranking drops, or is it like the low ranking drops as well, right? There's also mana crystals, so apparently, which is like very similar but not as potent. But mana crystals plus essence stones are something the government is apparently interested in, because it's like supposedly the ideal clean energy source, which sounds great, honestly. And I really wish we had something like that IRL. I mean, wait, I don't wish we had like these gates on monsters, but something, or well, maybe we do already and they're just hiding it. But I don't know enough about this, but it just sounds really nice, right? So anyway, we also see another thing. Okay, there's a lot of world building in this. We see like this guy at like it's like, I think, a device to measure or test energy, because it's like a large black ball, right? So they were doing something with that, and there's like a lot of people there, and I think that's where like they would recruit, I guess, people based on energy or something, on what I remember. But yeah, Guildmaster Choi was there, right? I mean, his representative or something. So I guess that's how it happens. And we also meet Cha Hain, who is a very pretty character who's an S rank hunter, and I guess she's works with Guildmaster Choi, right? So she's an S rank hunter. I'm guessing one of those, like, that's, I don't know if there's anything above S, or is it like SS, triple S, UR, right? Or okay, for now we know that S rank is the highest, so she's one of the strongest, and we see her like someone saving someone from a robbery, or getting like beating up the robbers and getting the backpack and stuff. So she does good deeds as well. Anyway, back to our group, who are in a lot of trouble because they come across a dungeon with lots of very, very creepy giant statues, right? If I saw those, I would literally exit immediately. I can't remember if the door closed like right away or if it took like a minute or two. Literally, I would step in, see the statues, and just turn around. So I don't know if that was an option for them, but like I'm really surprised they didn't leave at once because those were really creepy. Right, and even Jui says that she saw the eyes for one of the statues move. Right, I vaguely remember this, but not the whole thing. I remember the face, like the smiling face, and I'm guessing that's the eye moving statue. So yeah, so there's like what is it called, a slate with that has like the commandments of the Kartanan temple. It's written in ancient script. I'm not sure, like, is it like Latin or something? So the Kartanan temple, I wonder if that's like a religion or if that's like the god, right? But it's the Kartanan temple. I don't think we heard all the commandments, right? So okay, I don't know how rare the ancient script is, but Song Cheol can read it. So there's commandments. We heard a few like revere God, praise God, and prove your faith to God. And after that, Jui and Sang Jinwoo started talking, so we didn't hear the rest. Regardless, it ends with those who do not follow these commandments will not leave this place alive. So I'm guessing that they have to follow these, right? But how? Like, how do you revere God and praise God? Well, praise can be like compliments, like, oh my God, you're so amazing. I would die immediately. So anyway, and prove your faith to God. How do you prove your faith to God? A God that you're not even familiar with. So, well, I guess they've been set up to fail, right? How do you figure that out? And how do you figure that out while you're being attacked by the statues, right? They should at least be given some time to figure it out. So anyway, two people at least have already died, right? In very, very brutal ways. Now, I don't remember this show or this work being so brutal, but it's like Attack on Titan. That's what it reminds me of. So really brutal. I don't know. I don't remember how they get out of this or who is gonna get out of this besides Sang Jin Woo. uh, I think they should like just, okay, it's very easy for me to sit and say, oh yeah, stop panicking and like figure out what to do. But like it literally says these are the commandments, do this, and if you don't do this, you die. So do this. Okay, but then again, how do you do this? Like at least start. Revere God. What is revere God? Like what is it? I don't even know what it means. Well, Song Cheol seems smart, so he should figure it out at least, right? And he's also older. But anyway, yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed the first episode. Thankfully, there is a lot that I don't remember. I do remember some stuff vaguely, and as we watch more and more, it sort of comes back to me. But I'm glad that, there's enough that I don't remember for it to be interesting. And not just like a rewatch, right? So it's fun. I did enjoy for the first episode, and I yeah, I am gonna enjoy this. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to go and admit this to people that yeah, I'm watching Solo Leveling and I'm enjoying this. Which it's okay, right? We're mature enough to admit when we're in the wrong and to take our words back. Maybe eventually, I think it gets to a point. From what I remember, I used to feel like Sung Jin Woo. I do like him right now as a character, but I feel like eventually down the line, he sort of loses his personality. But then again, I don't remember if that actually happens or if I just felt like that's what happening. That's what's happening. I guess for now we only have two seasons. I don't know if they've announced a third one, so we'll see. Right, for now, it's fun. I'm enjoying it and I will keep watching. So not much to hate on, honestly. And I don't think there's gonna be much to hate on in like at least the first few episodes, right? From what I remember. Then does it make sense for this to be like try not to be a hater? I don't even have to try. But unless I start, my usual argument about how he eventually becomes like a cardboard cutout. Just kidding. Okay, but he's not that right now, so we're not gonna talk about it. Anyway, yes, that was Solo Leveling episode 1. And I hope you guys let me know how you feel about the series. And it's always interesting to hear your opinions. So, yes, have a lovely rest of your week. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys, and thank you so, so, so much for watching.